On January 16, 2025, the Switch 2 trailer dropped, and it's caused many people to discuss about it. So, I want to give my own thoughts and opinions as a whole. First, I'm going to talk about the presentation itself as a whole, being the Switch 2. Honestly, I'm kind of been mixed on it being like the Switch 2, to be honest, because overall feels like Nintendo gets kind of feeling a bit too uncomfortable with what they've already have with the Nintendo Switch, and they don't want to change up too many grand features or things about it, at the very so far. For one, being the Switch is already kind of a bit difficult as well to even evolve. To evolve actually from or two and stuff, because what it already is just merging two worlds of gaming as a whole, being portable gaming and also home console gaming as well. You're able to play portable games on this bigger display, and also you have the ability to play major big titles on a smaller screen on the go as well, either on the floor or on the bed, in the car, on the train, on the bus, on the airplane, or anywhere where you want to go. It's portable, and that's what's great about it. And while there are some games like on the Switch that I'm aware of, that are only at home use, like the Kingdom Hearts games. There's a cloud version of it out there, which is annoyingly a cloud version, which means that it needs to have a reliant, consistent internet source and can only be playable on the dock and stuff, which is pretty annoying, to be honest. It's something, so whatever. But anyways, disregarding that, it does feel a bit sad that Nintendo doesn't want to change up the Switch to make it like that much more big, I guess, or as revolutionary, I guess. From like, I would jump from like the Nintendo Wii U and 3DS to the Switch, I guess. The Switch 2 just feels like the sequel to the Nintendo Switch. But I don't want to make it sound like it's a bad thing. On the contrary, instead, actually, I think it's actually a good thing to me as a whole, because the Switch One is good. It's a good console to have and to also invest as well. I don't know if the Switch One will be preferred over the original Switch Two, at this moment, but I think in the future, there will be some reasons to get the Switch One over the Switch Two. But there are some problems that Switch 1 does have to as a whole, such as stick drift being like a nightmare for a lot of people, as well as after 8 years from like the Switch 1 to the Switch 2 trailer from March 2017 and until January 2025, there's been an 8-year gap. Ever since then, it's obvious to notice that the Nintendo Switch has a weaker hardware compared to the to what third-party developers are more used to or may want to use as a whole. Not to say that a lot of developers aren't willingly to support the Nintendo Switch, but they will find difficulties and will and are less willingly to properly optimize their game for the Nintendo Switch, which has been very visible from the first years of the Nintendo Switch up until much later as well, which is unfortunate. As well as even like Nintendo's end of their line as well isn't that good as well, such as their online not being that great, to be honest, the Nintendo eShop having a lot of garbage, as well as Nintendo Switch also liking a lot of things from launch and that were only added until much later, such as folders or whatever on the Nintendo Switch, as well as Nintendo Switch icons, as well as just general features well than most other Nintendo platforms had, but the Nintendo Switch lacked it instead. Next, I want to take a small detour and talk about my personal connection with the Nintendo Switch. My family bought myself and my two brothers a Nintendo Switch in Christmas of 2018, which was pretty fun actually. Like, we played Mario Tennis, Super Race, or whatever it's called, and Smash Ultimate, and we played Smash Ultimate significantly much more and just switched Mario Tennis Aces over whenever we wanted to, and I think it was because it was like a bundle or something. It was like those like Nintendo Switch bundles that Nintendo has for the Nintendo Switch, which like advertises like Marker 8 Deluxe and stuff, and then you get like the Nintendo Switch console as well, which is a digital download, or I think it's like that kind of stuff. So we always like popped in bunch of Ace and stuff just to play around if we didn't want to play Smash Ultimate and we wanted to play a different game, and we kind of play some more Smash Ultimate than anything else because it's Smash. But anyways, years later, down the line, in Christmas 2020, I was able to get the money so I can buy my own Nintendo Switch, and eventually I got the Switch 1 version 2, which just the version 2 is just like a slightly better Nintendo Switch 1, or Nintendo Switch, which has a slightly better battery life and a slightly better light as well, which is neat, but not that like worth, nothing like major to like advertise for, I guess, on Nintendo's end. More just like if you want to research between getting a Nintendo Switch version 1, I guess, yeah, it's kind of hard to say this actually, but a Nintendo Switch 1 or another Nintendo Switch 1, I guess, which is to be honest. Anyways, eventually down the line, I was able to also get my own money as well, so I can also buy a Sega collection game as well, and my own Mario Kart 8 Deluxe game as well, which is pretty fun actually. And I also even eventually throughout the years, I also built up my own collection for my Nintendo Switch games as well. And later throughout the years, I've also obtained a few more games as well. 2 Japanese title games, 2 Japanese games, which are a Yu-Gi-Oh game and also a game I got myself in Japan actually, which is a Hero Girl Sky Precure game, and also 1 European game as well, which is a Final Fantasy 7 and 8 game as well. It's pretty cool. And recently I was able to pick up Sonic X Shadow Generations and Mario Luigi Brothership as well, which I've been playing a lot. I've been like getting pretty hard into Mario Luigi Brothership. Well, actually, I shouldn't start saying that. I've been getting really invested. Yeah, I've been getting really invested into Mario Luigi Brothership a lot. Actually, it's been really fun, and I've been liking the game a lot. It's been awesome. I really like how it's just nothing unique or gimmicky about it. It's just like a good Mario and Luigi game, to be honest. Actually, I'm like pretty like fresh into, no, not fresh. I'm like relatively like in the beginning portion of the game. I'm like about like 8 hours in or something, 9 hours in. Just defeated like the first few bosses of the game, and it's been pretty fun actually. Nothing like peak cinema or whatever, I guess, or whatever cool memes there are, I guess, that people want to say. But I guess from my collection here, I guess it just kind of shows off that I would like to see some cool stuff that the Nintendo Switch could have, like the next major one, compatibility. Compatibility is cool, and I want to have it, to be honest. But I understand that not everyone is like me, and they don't have as many games as I do. But it would be kind of a nice thing to have, I guess, actually, right? To have some like reverse compatibility, right? To have the Switch 1 being a portable and home console device to have, and the Switch 2 also being the same thing, and also supporting the same library would be pretty nice. Which is cool, because Nintendo confirmed that they would support it as a whole. But there's a small asterisk though. And this is probably an issue for some people, because I've seen a lot of discussion of people talking about this specific aspect too, about the compatibility. But from what I've seen and from what I've heard, it's basically probably just like one of two things. Is either talking about some Labo games which may not support the Nintendo Switch 2 is because of the size or because of the Joy-Cons, because the Labo kits were kind of built with the Nintendo Switch in mind. Now, for a quick refresher about the Nintendo Labo were released like cardboard things that Nintendo had back in 2018, 2019, and they sold in stores. And I was under the opinion and the belief that Nintendo were dumb and just were charging like cardboard for their customers. But I do see see the appeal of having like these like building cardboard cutout things for kids and for people to have and stuff, actually, because it is pretty cool actually. But it is a bit impractical to, you know, like keep as a toy or like as a game, to be honest, because they're just cardboard. Like, there's not much that you can do with them as game stuff. And even for the games that Nintendo did support and did make and stuff, it wasn't really like that worthwhile to just go out your way and to buy cardboard cutouts. More just like of a freebie for people who did buy cardboard, for them to like mess around with other games that they did buy, and it wasn't really an incentive to, you know, support it with like other features too, which sorry. With one other thing as well that I've also heard that may not be compatible as well, right? It's with games that may potentially overclock, I guess, on the Nintendo Switch 2 from the Nintendo Switch. Now, most games are optimized, obviously, for their consoles, for the consoles that they're made for. Some of them are perfectly optimized, and some of them are just troubly or poorly optimized as a whole, as can be seen on the Nintendo eShop as a whole. But there is some problems that people have raised concerns about the Nintendo Switch 2, because there are some issues that some developers may raise to, which may trigger Nintendo to issue this statement about like the Switch 2 may not be compatible with every single Switch game for the Nintendo Switch 2, which makes sense. It is very noticeable to tell that there are games that run perfectly and games that may not run as well, which may be the case for the Switch asterisk. For the asterisk being noted there, saying that there will not be as many games supported, but who knows? It could just be just talking about Labo, or maybe even like Nintendo will like issue a full statement about it and will reveal it too, which obviously will be the case in a bit too. Next, I want to talk about the wishes for the Nintendo Switch 2. First wish I want to have is a way to dick around with the Nintendo Switch 2 and mess around. That isn't just tapping the screen or making the main theme black and white and that's it. Because that's so boring. My god, I hate that. But, anyways, whenever I want to open the Switch 2, I want to be able to just, like, have the menu be fun. I want to have the offline aspects of the Nintendo Switch 2 be similar to mess around with, just like the 3DS or like the Wii U. So I can just go around and just tap around, just have a bit of fun, I guess. Like, I don't expect it to just be like a big like new like mini or a big new like aspect with the offline home menu feature. That'll be kind of dumb to have, I guess, actually, to be honest. But I do want to have like some like fun things around that for the Nintendo Switch 2 to have. Because it's gonna be a while from not really like a long launch. It's gonna be a bit short actually, from like the initial trailer from January 16, 2025 up until the big new trailer in April 2nd, 2025. But I just want to have this stuff here just to talk about the stuff I want to have, and I want to have this in general, just like some like fun things as well to just mess around with, like better themes and stuff, or a stickers thing. Or even like what the Nintendo 3DS had, which were the stickers or no badges, yeah, they were badges and stuff that you can just add to your home screen, and it was really fun to have and stuff. It was pretty cool, and I watched it like for the Nintendo Switch to have. Maybe like not the exact same thing, but hey, that'd be cool, right? Some other stuff as well that I kind of wish are just like general wishes, I guess, like a better hardware improvement for developers to work with, I guess, and also for gamers, I guess, for so that gamers can have, I guess, also a better eShop regulation, because it's kind of bad and horrible. Better price management for games, such as like the Nintendo eShop gold coins being better. I don't like the gold coins. They're just kind of stingy. It's like if you buy like a game or something at like for $1, you get to have like one gold coin, and that gold coin can be used to redeem for some discounts, and the discounts is like one gold coin is like 1 cent, which is very very stingy, and I don't really like that. So for example, if you were to buy a Nintendo Switch game for $60, you're only gonna get 60 gold coins, which is like 60 cents. So like barely like anything at all, which is very sad. And you're gonna have to spend like a lot of like money so you're able to see some cash back. But also one of those stupid things what I don't really hear people talking about is that if you don't use it within like 12 or like 18 months, they can expire, which is dumb. I don't really like that, to be honest. And as somebody who's like, you know, been playing the Nintendo Switch from 2020 to 2025, if I haven't like redeemed my gold coins from like all those years, then my god, I will be swimming in cash. I mean, kind of ish, but like, why? It's just so dumb. So I would like to have that discounting be better managed. Also, I wish that the Joy-Cons will be better made in more drift, or just as a whole, or at the rate it will significantly drop down. Because in reality, right, anything can be loosey-goosey, everything will be prone to damage and wear and tear. It's just the way how it is, right? But I just don't want to be as massive as an issue that it was. Unfortunately, I think it will still be an issue, to be honest, as a whole, because Nintendo does want to provide more support for the Switch 2, and I think as a whole there's going to be a lot of issues as well later down the line as well. Also, I want to have developers be comfortable with the system as a whole, and that'll be pretty cool to see, actually. Pretty cool. But important thing to note, Nintendo as a game developer, publisher, everything that always can only go up, with obviously some downs. They're not immune to mistakes or things that can backfire them. But as a business venture, I'm very interested to see where they're gonna go next. How will they go forward with the Switch 2 being their priority next? How will they convince people who don't have a Switch 1 or who already have a Switch to get a Switch 2? And how will they show off the Switch's 2 powers coming to Switch 1? And what aspects can prove successful in the short term and the long term as well? For example, the Nintendo president Shintaro Horikawa stated that they wanted to shake off scalpers, which is a good issue to tackle, especially with the PlayStation 5 and Xbox Series S and X having problems near launch with having stocking issues because of people wanting to buy them a lot and to sell them for a profit. And especially in Japan, I've read that it's been an issue there as well. And seeing Nintendo want to lead this with this, having this in mind with the Switch 2 release, and also in the future their like retrospective of Switch 2, we'll be very interested to see their mistakes and their success as well with what they want to do and what they will do. Also, a quick thing, I've been making a Fukumoto video about Gambling Legend Emperor Zero as well, but I'll be getting it out soon enough. And that's about it. I just want to make this video as well, just to make it quick and just get my thoughts out there as well. So that's it. Thanks.